What's up everybody, welcome back to another build video. Guys, in this video we have two amazing and very unique builds for the new addition to Remnant 2, the Anguish handgun. And this gun is such an amazing tool. I was really surprised when I saw the gun performing that well on a DPS build, but also in a mod-based explosive build. I really cannot think of another gun that can do both so well. You guys are currently watching the explosive mod-based build paired with Helix on the Sparkfire shotgun. The second build is a fantastic no-reload DPS build, which features of course the Anguish, and surprise surprise, the Savior. Finally, this gun has a place in a build which will make it shine like a true diamond because it deserves it. The making of these two builds was a very long process because I wanted to give you the best possible builds without leaving any room for error. So please guys, after watching the video, I would love it if you could comment down below any suggestions or build components that I didn't think of to make the build better. Some of the comments that you guys leave are genius and I really thank you for that guys, it's much appreciated. So this is the second build, which is a pure DPS build featuring the Savior paired with the Anguish. The strategy behind this build is to never reload your guns at any time. Both of the reload animations are very slow, and with this build we are making it that we never reload, while simultaneously we are doing huge amount of DPS. And honestly, who likes to reload guys? We are utilizing the provisioner ring, and the reason why this build works so good is because of the Savior and the Anguish slow fire rate. That time that the guns are charging to shoot gives us a lot of time to reload our stowed weapons with the provisioner ring. The numbers that you are seeing right now are on a thick skin boss, so imagine that if the boss didn't have the thick skin, you would see insanely high numbers. I will let you guys enjoy the fight and I will see you at the build breakdown section. After the build breakdown section, I also included two more boss kills for you guys so you can see how they perform on other bosses as well. Okay you guys, so this is the no reload DPS Anguish Savior build. We are using Hunter Shroud and the attack dog from the Handler, Abrasive Whetstone paired with Twisted Wounds on the Savior, Archer's Crest, which will benefit both of our weapons since they are both charging weapons. Provisioner Ring is the key for this build to work perfectly because they are slow charging guns and they give time to each other to sort of reload over time while stowed. Probability Cord for those juicy big crits. Zania's Malice to further boost our damage on weak spot. On our relic we are using 10% range crit chance, 20% range crit damage and 15% weak spot damage. As we mentioned, on the Savior we are using Twisted Wounds, and on the Anguish we are using the Supercharger. And here on the right you can see the traits that we are using. There is nothing too special, just go with what you like. For the armor and the melee you can use whatever you like guys, I just like to go with medium for that medium dodge. Okay you guys, so now for the juicy part. I feel like this build is more fun to play because of the unique mod that Anguish has. Loath of the Weak rapidly fires volatile needles that explode after 1.5 seconds, dealing 30 explosive damage. That 30 explosive damage, we are boosting it up to 200 and sometimes even 300 plus. The funny part about this mod is that the damage of the mod is getting boosted by mod damage, but we can mess with the fire rate of the mod as well. So for that reason, after testing, I am using Bullet Weaver, which will increase the fire rate of this weapon by 20% for 7 seconds, and the mod is active for 10 seconds, so for 70% of the duration of the mod we have increased fire rate, which overall is more damage than using something like Failsafe. So now we have 20% increased fire rate for our mod from the Bullet Weaver, and also we get 10% more from our mythic relic fragment paired with mod cost and mod damage. We are using the most mod damage archetypes in the game, and the key component for this build to work wonders is the detonation trigger. This will increase our explosion damage by 25% and the explosions will apply burning. That means that our needles are getting boosted and also the charged bullets of the Anguish. That is a fantastic pair with the Singed Drink, which will give us 10% a multiplicative damage boost on our needles and also on our Helix or Rotted Arrow or Prismatic Driver or whatever other explosive mode you like to play. Blasting Cap Ring is also 10% a multiplicative damage boost. After comparing it with the Burden of the Destroyer, which is a 15% damage boost to all damage, this ring does more damage than that. So that means that this ring must be multiplicative. Our next ring is a new addition to Remnant 2, Burden of the Sciolist. This ring will give us 15% damage boost on our mods and also our minions. And of course, Stone of Malevolence to have that infinite loop of mod activations. Since we are burning the targets with elemental damage, the Stone of Malevolence will give us the maximum amount of mod power needed for this build. And of course we are using the Sparkfire Shotgun, which is amazing paired with Stone of Malevolence and the Singed Drink. And on that we are using Failsafe, which will boost our damage by 20% for the Helix and also will have chance to not consume a charge, which will make you shoot even 3 or 4 times your Helix sometimes. And again, for the melee and the armor sets, you guys can use whatever you like to complement the build. Here on the right hand side you can also see the traits.
I'm just calling to say I